Rosina Kaushal from Don Bosco PU College, and welcome back to the session. So, in the previous chapter, we had discussed about electric charges and field, right? We discussed all the concepts relating to the electric charges, its properties, and electric field and its properties, right? Similarly, in this chapter, we will be discussing about the same electric charges which are at rest, and we will be getting introduced with the concepts called as electrostatic potential and capacitance. So basically, these are the topics which will be covered in this chapter, that is electrostatic potential. We will derive expression for potential due to point charge, electric dipole, and system of charges. And also we will discuss the concept of equipotential surfaces. Then we will derive few expressions for potential energy of system of charges, potential energy when it is in an external electric field, and also we will discuss about electrostatics of conductors, dielectrics, and polarization. And the other half chapter will be related to capacitors and capacitance. Specifically, we will try to know what are the parallel plate capacitors, and we will see how the capacitance will get affected if we introduce an dielectric between the capacitors. And we will also study the combination of capacitors, and at the end of the chapter, we will derive an expression for the energy which is stored in a capacitor. So these are all the concepts which we will be discussing in this chapter. And for your exam point of view, the marks weightage for this chapter is around 8, which means you can expect a 5 marks question along with 3 marks question, or you can expect a 3 mark question along with 2 marks each question. Okay. So let us start our discussion relating to electrostatic potential and capacitance. So let us begin our discussion by knowing what is electrostatic potential.
So to understand this electrostatic potential, let us just recall few concepts which we have already learnt in class 11 physics. Right? So there you have come across some concept called as potential energy. Right? Potential energy and if we are applying an external force, say suppose there is a body and I am applying an external force on this body to shift this body from one point to another point against some force like spring force or for example gravitational force, right? So if I am applying an external force on this body to shift this body from one point to another point, then their work has been done by this external force, right? So then that work will be stored as in the form of potential energy. Bodyಯಲ್ಲಿ work done ಏನಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ in the form of potential energy store ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. Suppose if I release this external force, instead of applying the external force, if I release this external force, what we can observe? This body will act in the gravitational force or spring force, right? So it will show the equal amount of kinetic energy and it will move, which means the sum of kinetic energy and the potential energy will remain conserved, right? So all these forces, such kind of forces we call as, whether it is spring force or gravitational force, are all examples of what we call as conservative forces. ಇಂಥ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ನಾವು ಏನಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ? ಕನ್ಸರ್ವೇಟಿವ್ ಫೋರ್ಸಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. So if you remember the chapter gravitation, so gravitational force is one such example. So ಈ gravitational force ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವೇನು ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ? F is equals to capital G into m1 into m2 divided by r square. So this was the equation given for the gravitational force. If you recall this concept, there we had defined potential energy relating to this masses of the body in the gravitational field. Gravitational field ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು gravitational potential energy na define ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. How we had defined? If you remember, we considered two different masses of the body. Say suppose there is a body of mass m1. Obviously surrounding to this body there will be gravitational field. Gravitational field irutte. ಈ gravitational field ಅಲ್ಲಿ if I am bringing one more unit mass of body, say suppose m2 body na ನಾನು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀನಿ, ಈ ಬಾಡಿಯಿಂದ ಇನ್ಫಿನಿಟಿಯಿಂದ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಚೇಂಜಿಂಗ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಪೊಸಿಷನ್ ಟು ಸೇ ಸಪೋಸ್ ಎನಿ ಆರ್ಬಿಟ್ರರಿ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ P, right? So that work done to bring this second body from infinity to any arbitrary point in the gravitational field, that work done will be stored in the form of what we call as gravitational potential energy. ಅದನ್ನ ನಾವೇನು ಅಂತೀವಿ, gravitational potential energy ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ. This you have already learned in class 11, right? Similarly, ಇದೇ ರೀತಿಯಾಗಿ ನಾವು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ we came across a force called as Coulomb force, right? Coulomb force ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಾವು ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. ಸೊ Coulomb force ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? Just like gravitational force is relating to the masses of the body, Coulomb force is relating to the charges of the body, right? And the force equation is given by F is equals to K into Q1 Q2 divided by R square. If you compare these two equations, both are similar, almost similar. Only the difference is the constant, what we are proportionality constant will differ, and both are inversely dependent on the square of the distance. Whereas masses, gravitational force is relating to masses of the body, but whereas Coulomb force is relating to charges of the body. Just like gravitational force is also called as conservative force, Coulomb force na kuda ನಾವು ಏನಂತ ಕರಿಬಹುದು, ಕನ್ಸರ್ವೇಟಿವ್ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿಬಹುದು, ರೈಟ್? ನಾವು ಇವಾಗ ಕನ್ಸರ್ವೇಟಿವ್ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿಬಹುದು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಈ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಇಂದ ಆಗ್ತಕ್ಕಂತ ವರ್ಕ್ ಡನ್, the whatever work done we will observe relating to the conservative force or in the conservative field, so that will be in the form of potential energy, that will be stored in the form of potential energy. Just like we defined gravitational potential energy relating to masses in the gravitational field, ನಾವು ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ gravitational potential energy na define ಮಾಡಿದ್ವು relating to masses in the gravitational field, similarly we can define electrostatic potential energy relating to the charges, right, in the electric field. Electric field ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು electrostatic potential energy na define ಮಾಡಬಹುದು relating to the charges. Okay, so how do we define this electrostatic potential energy? Example, okay, for simplicity let us assume that there is a plus Q charge. Okay, so this is the source charge which will be producing electric field surrounding to it. Okay, idar suttanu electric field present irutte. Now let us assume that I am bringing a unit positive charge, ಒಂದು test charge na I am displacing it from an arbitrary point R to an arbitrary point P. Okay, I am trying to displace this test charge from point R to point P. In this electric field, ಈ electric field ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀನಿ, test charge na point R ಇಂದ point P ಗೆ shift ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀನಿ. Now we know that whenever we bring a test charge in the electric field ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಅದೇನು ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, that will experience a certain electrical force, right? So that electrical force can be given by the equation Fe is equals to magnitude of the charge multiplied by the electric field, right? So this will be the electrical force which will experienced by this charge. ಈ force ಇಂದ ಏನಾಗ್ತಿರುತ್ತೆ, since this is a positive charge, if I assume that the test charge which I am taking is also positive, okay, just for our convenience let us assume the test charge is also positive, then what kind of force we will see among this test charge and the source charge? We will observe the repulsive force, right? And the magnitude will be equal to Q into E. Due to the repulsive force, what happens to this test charge? It will try to move radially outward direction ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅದು ಮೂವ್ ಆಗೋಕ್ಕೆ ಟ್ರೈ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. But now if I have to displace that test charge from point R to point P, what am I supposed to do? I have to apply an external force which should be equal to this repulsive force, right? So external force, I have to apply some external force which should be equal to the magnitude of the repulsive force which is experienced by this test charge, but in the opposite direction. So I will take it as minus Fe, right? So external force ನಾನು ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, opposite direction ಅಲ್ಲಿ equal magnitude ಇರತಕ್ಕಂತ force ನ apply ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. When I do so, then the test charge will move from point R to point P. So when I am applying this external force on this test charge, I should make sure that it should be just enough to overcome this counter repulsive force, right? And it should not get accelerated, or the charge should move only with small constant speed. Constant speed alli adu move agbeku. It should not get accelerated. Okay. So the same equal amount of external force has to be applied on this test charge to shift that test charge from point R to point P. Now when it gets shifted, work will be done, right? And that work done can be written as WRP. Work done to bring the test charge from point R to point P. This will be equal to, again by the definition of work done, I can write it as integral, line integral of R to P into the force what I have applied is external force, that is EXT, into, let us assume this displacement is of small displacement, that is dr. Fine. So that will be the total work done which will be taking place when I am applying some external force on this test charge to bring it from R to P, right? Now from this equation we can simply rewrite this equation as WRP will be equal to integral of R to P minus Fe into dr, right? It means what? ಈ work done ಏನಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, it will be equivalent to the negative of the electrical force which is experienced by this test charge. ಅದು ಯಾವಕ್ಕೆ equal ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ? Negative of electrical force which is experienced by this test charge. Now this work done at this point will be stored as potential energy at that point. ಈ ವರ್ಕ್ ಡನ್ ಅನ್ನು ನಾವು ಯಾವ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಇನ್ ದ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಫ್ ಪೊಟೆನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ. ಫೈನ್. ಸೊ ನಾವು just like this, this is just one example I have given. In the same way, any point, at any point if you consider in the electric field, if you bring up test charge, that will certainly experience, or that will certainly possess a certain electrical potential energy, right? So when does this work done potential energy will increase? As the change in potential energy between 2 points. In this case, the change in potential energy, or the difference in potential energy between the point R and P go on increasing, the work done potential energy will go on increasing. Therefore, we can write that as WRP can be written as the change in potential energy. Change in potential energy can be denoted by delta U RP will be equal to the potential energy at the final point, that is point P, minus the potential energy at the initial point, that is UR. So this is the definition of change in potential difference. Potential energy difference na ನಾವು ಈ ರೀತಿ ಡಿಫೈನ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. Potential energy difference. Fine. So potential energy difference ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? That is the difference in potential energies between any two arbitrary points in the electric field. ಒಂದು electric field ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದೇ ಎರಡು arbitrary points ಮಧ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಇರತಕ್ಕಂತ change in potential energies, right? In the electric field, that is called as potential energy difference. Now say for example, if I consider this point ಆರ್ಬಿಟ್ರರಿ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಆರ್ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ನಾನೇನು ಅಸ್ಯೂಮ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಆರ್ ಹತ್ರ ಇರೋ ಬದಲಿ ಇಫ್ ಐ ಅಸ್ಯೂಮ್ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಸಮ್ವೇರ್ ಅಟ್ ಇನ್ಫಿನಿಟಿ what will be the potential energy at infinity? Obviously the potential energy at the infinity will be equal to 0. So at infinity potential energy will be 0. Why it will be 0? It's very simple. Electric field at infinity will be 0, right? If electric field is 0, force experienced by the charge will be 0. If there is no force, then what we can say, potential energy will also be 0. So if we assume that at infinity the potential energy is 0 and I am shifting this point r to infinity, then what about in this expression, right? The work done in bringing the test charge from infinity to point P, if r has become infinity, then since this potential energy is 0, which means this implies potential energy at r is 0, that is I am assuming r is now infinity. If r is equals to infinity, then the work done in bringing the test charge from infinity to point P will be purely equal to the potential energy which is at point P. Okay, adenagutte work done will be purely equal to the potential energy P. Andre yavade ಒಂದು ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಹತ್ರ in the electric field, if we have to define the potential energy, how we can define it? It is the work done in bringing a test charge from infinity to a point P in the electric field. So that work done will be equivalent to the potential energy at that point. I will repeat one more time. Listen carefully. How do we define the electric potential energy at any given point in the electric field? It is defined as it is the work done in bringing a test charge from infinity to a given point P, right? So that work done will be equal to the potential energy which is possessed at that particular point P. So this is how we will define the electrostatic potential energy. Now, one more thing we have to observe here is, say for example, if I change the magnitude of the charge, the test charge, what happens to the force experienced by the charge? That will also increase, right? Test charge magnitude increase madidre, force experienced by the charge will also increase. If I decrease the magnitude of the charge, the force will also get decreased. What about the work done? Work done is equals to integral of r to p minus fe into dr, right? Andre it means the work done is dependent on the magnitude of the charge, alva. Greater the magnitude of the charge, larger will be the work done to shift it from r to p, right? Lesser the magnitude of the test charge, lesser will be the work done to bring it from r to p, right? Which means if the work done is basically dependent on the magnitude of the charge. So if I have to make it independent of the magnitude of the charge and purely define it based on the configuration of the electric field or based on the configuration of the source charge, then what I need to do? I have to simply divide that work done by the magnitude of the charge, right? So then what happens? It will be purely depending upon only the electric field, or you can say it will be purely dependent on the configuration of the source charge, right? So in the electric potential energy andre eno, it is a test charge which is got from infinity to the point P. ಆ ವರ್ಗವನ್ನು ನಾವು ಮ್ಯಾಗ್ನಿಟ್ಯೂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಅಂತ ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ನಮಗೆ ಸಿಗ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರೋಸ್ಟಾಟಿಕ್ ಪೊಟೆನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಅಟ್ ದಟ್ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಹೌ ವಿ ವಿಲ್ ಡಿಫೈನ್ ದ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರೋಸ್ಟಾಟಿಕ್ ಪೊಟೆನ್ಷಿಯಲ್. ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರೋಸ್ಟಾಟಿಕ್ ಪೊಟೆನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ನ ಹೇಗೆ ಡಿಫೈನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ? ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ವರ್ಕ್ ಡನ್ ಇನ್ ಬ್ರಿಂಗಿಂಗ್ ಅ ಯೂನಿಟ್ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಇನ್ಫಿನಿಟಿ ಟು ಅ ಗಿವನ್ ಆರ್ಬಿಟ್ರರಿ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ in the electric field ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಯೂನಿಟ್ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ನಾವು ಇನ್ಫಿನಿಟಿ ಇಂದ ಆ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಗೆ ಶಿಫ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ the amount of work has been done is equivalent to the electrostatic potential anta helteve. This is how we will define, or you can also write this electrostatic potential as, in terms of potential energy, how we can write that, it will be U P divided by Q, because we know from this equation work done for bringing test charge from infinity to point P will be equal to the potential energy which is at point P ಅಂತ ನಮಗೆ ಈಕ್ವೇಷನ್ ಇಂದ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಈ ಈಕ್ವೇಷನ್ ಅನ್ನು ಏನಂತ ಬರೀಬಹುದು, electrostatic potential will be equivalent to the potential energy at point P divided by the unit test charge. Unit test charge ನಾವು ಏನು ಡಿಸ್ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವೋ ಆ ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು, right? So this is the definition of electrostatic potential. Note down these equations. And what is the SI unit of electrostatic potential? It is usually measured in terms of volts. Okay. If I have to define 1 volt, how do I define it? The electric potential at a point in the electric field is said to be 1 volt if the work done is equals to 1 joule in bringing a charge of 1 coulomb from infinity to that point P. Then I say that 1 volt of potential has been utilized. 1 volt potential ನಾವು ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಡಿಫೈನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, in an electric field, if 1 joule of work has been done to bring a unit positive charge from infinity to that point P, right? So then we say that 1 volt of potential is being there at that particular point P. ಈ ರೀತಿ ನಾವು 1 volt ನ ಡಿಫೈನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. So if I have to write the dimensional formula for electrostatic potential, right? So what will be the dimensional formula? We know electrostatic potential is defined as the work done in bringing a unit positive charge, right, from infinity to a point, right? Work done per unit charge is nothing but the electrostatic potential. So we know the dimensional formula for work done, that is m L square t to the power of minus 2, and the dimensional formula for the charge we know, that is A into T. If I simplify this, I get the dimensional formula for electrostatic potential, that is m L to the power of 2, A to the power of minus 1, T to the power of minus 3. So this will be the dimensional formula for electrostatic potential. Either for 1 marks they may ask you to mention the dimensional formula for electrostatic potential, or they may ask you to define 1 volt of electrostatic potential. So this is regarding electrostatic potential. Now let us derive an expression for potential due to a point charge. On the point charge in the electric potential at a given point. Okay, let us try to derive. Okay, to derive this potential due to a point charge, let us consider there is a point charge which is a positive point charge. I am assuming that as plus Q, which is at origin O. On the origin O hatra ide anta assume madana. Let us assume at a point P, which is at a position vector R from the origin in the source charge in the on the point P hatra. At this point we are supposed to determine what is the potential. Okay, e point hatra, e point charge in the, due to this point charge, what is the potential that we have to determine. To determine that, what I am assuming, I will assume one more point. Okay, let us just say there is a point P dash which is at a position vector R dash from the origin in the source charge in the E point till the P dash, it is at a distance R dash. Okay, now I am assuming that I am bringing a unit positive charge. On the unit positive charge na nanu ee point P dash inda ಈ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ P ಹತ್ರ shift ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀನಿ. Okay, I am bringing that unit positive test charge from P dash to P. So if I am able to calculate the work done, that is how I will be able to define the potential, right? Potential electrostatic potential definition, you know, we have already learned. It is the work done in bringing a unit positive charge from infinity to a given point, ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ನಾನು ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಈ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಹತ್ರ ಪೊಟೆನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ನ ಡಿಟರ್ಮೈನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಯೂನಿಟ್ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ನ ಇನ್ಫಿನಿಟಿ ಇಂದ ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಶಿಫ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ವರ್ಕ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಡನ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಇನ್ಫಿನಿಟಿ ಟು ದಿಸ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಪಿ. ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ನಾನು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀನಿ, ಮಧ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟೆಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಇನ್ಫಿನಿಟಿ, ಫ್ರಮ್ ಇನ್ಫಿನಿಟಿ ಐ ಆಮ್ ನಾಟ್ ಏಬಲ್ ಟು ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್. ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಡೂ, ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಒನ್ ಆರ್ಬಿಟ್ರರಿ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ P dash. ಒಂದು ಆರ್ಬಿಟ್ರರಿ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ P dash ಹತ್ರ ಆ ಯೂನಿಟ್ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ನ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ P ಗೆ ಡಿಸ್ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ವಾಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ದ ವರ್ಕ್ ಡನ್, ದಟ್ ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್. ನೌ ಐ ನೋ ಸಿನ್ಸ್ ದೇರ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ವಿಚ್ ಇಸ್ ಡ್ಯೂ ಟು ದಿಸ್ ಸೋರ್ಸ್ ಚಾರ್ಜ್, ಈ ಸೋರ್ಸ್ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಇಂದ ಏನಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಇದ್ರ ಸುತ್ತ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸಿನ್ಸ್ ದಿಸ್ ಯೂನಿಟ್ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಕಮ್ ಇನ್ ದ influence of this electric field, ಈ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಎಲ್ಲಿದೆ, ಈ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ ತಾನೆ. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, this unit positive charge will experience a certain force. What will be the force? The force experienced by the unit positive charge is given by what? Equation F. F is equals to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. Coulomb's law, we know that, right? 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. Source charge is plus Q. Since this is a unit positive charge, we need not to write the magnitude of it, it's understood. Divided by, what is the distance between the source charge and the unit positive charge? It is R dash. So I will write it as R dash square. Right? So this will be the force which is experienced by this unit positive charge when it comes under the influence of this electric field. Let us consider this as equation number 1. Now, what will be the work done in moving this unit positive charge? Let us assume I am just displacing it with a small distance dr dash. ಇದಿಷ್ಟು ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀನಿ, ಬರೀ ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ನ ಟ್ರಾವೆಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಐ ಆಮ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟಿಂಗ್ ದ ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ವರ್ಕ್ ಡನ್ ಟು ಮೂವ್ ದಿಸ್ ಯೂನಿಟ್ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ P dash to certain distance dr dash. So what will be the work done? Work done by unit positive charge, work done in bringing the unit positive charge, that is plus 1 coulomb, from P dash through dr dash. ಈ dr dash na travel ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ವರ್ಕ್ ಡನ್ ಆಗಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ವರ್ಕ್ ಡನ್ will be equal to W. That will be a small work done, right? That will not be a total work done. Since small displacement, small work will be done. Therefore, I will denote it as delta W. Delta W will be equal to, that is delta W will be equal to, what is the force? Force experienced by the unit positive charges 1 over 4 pi epsilon naught Q over R dash square into the small distance what it has travelled is dr dash. So I will consider that as dr dash. Let us assume this is our equation number 2. So equation 2 represents what? It is the small work done which has been done in bringing the unit positive charge through this distance, the small distance dr dash. Now small work done na calculate ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ. Now let us assume at infinity ತನಕ ನಾವು ಏನಂತ assume ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು, there are such small displacements which can be taken place between infinity to this point P, isn't it? So if I sum it up all such small displacements, or if I sum it up the small work done which has been done between this infinity and point P, it means I will be able to calculate the total work done which has to be done in bringing the unit positive charge from infinity to this point P. Right? To calculate that, what I can do? I can integrate this equation number 2 and calculate what is the total work done in bringing the unit positive charge from infinity to the point P. Okay? So one thing I forgot to mention here is the negative sign. Right? So why it is negative? Because the displacement is being taking place in the opposite direction with respect to this electrostatic force, right? Work has been done in the opposite direction, so we have to take the negative sign. Now, if I integrate this small work done, then we will get the equation for the total work done in bringing this unit positive charge from infinity to this point P. So let us just integrate that equation, right? So the total work done in bringing unit positive charge, that is plus 1 coulomb, from infinity to point P can be given by integral of delta W. I can write it as capital W. This is equals to integral of I am bringing the distance R dash will be equal to infinity in the, at what point I am taking? At point P. P is at a distance R from the origin, so R dash will be equal to R. So integrating between the limits infinity to R minus Q divided by 4 pi epsilon naught and R dash square into dr dash. I have to integrate this equation, right? If I go on integrating, then what happens? I'll just rewrite it over here. So on integrating, what I can write? I can write integration ಮಾಡಿದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಏನಂತ ಬರಿಬಹುದು? Removing all the constant terms out of the integral. W will be equal to Q over 4 pi epsilon naught. Since these are constants, right? Source charge what we will consider will be a constant term, and 4 pi epsilon naught is also constant. So integral of minus Q over 4 pi epsilon naught into integral of R dash is equals to infinity to R dash is equals to R. I have to integrate 1 over R dash square into dr dash. So further integrating this term, we get W is equals to minus Q over 4 pi epsilon naught. Integral of 1 over R dash square will be minus 1 over R dash. Limits are R dash is equals to infinity to R dash is equals to R. If we apply the limits, right, it becomes minus 1 over R minus 1 over infinity. We know 1 over infinity will be 0. So we can just write it as W is equals to minus into minus becomes plus. So we can simply write it as Q over 4 pi epsilon naught into R. So this will be the work done in bringing the unit positive charge from infinity to the point P. Right? Our source charge alli point P ge unit positive charge infinity inda alli tarbekante this amount of total work has to be done. And by the definition we know electric potential, it is nothing but the work done per unit positive charge. So we can rewrite this as V electric potential is nothing is equivalent to this work done. So V will be equal to Q over 4 pi epsilon naught into R. So this is the expression for electric potential for due to a point charge. On the point charge in the electric potential estirutte, it will be equal to V is equals to Q over 4 pi epsilon naught R, where Q is the magnitude of the source charge what we are considering. Or point charge ಏನು consider ಮಾಡ್ತೀವೋ ಅದರ magnitude ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, and R will be the distance between the point where we are referring the potential and the source charge. where we have placed. Okay. So that is the expression for potential due to a point charge. So this is
Let
about
us just recall what we have discussed so far in this session. So first we discussed about electrostatic potential energy. What is electrostatic potential energy? For a charge at any point, it is the work done in the electric field by an external force in bringing the charge from infinity to that point, right? So ಏನು ವರ್ಕ್ ಡನ್ ಬೇಕಾಗಿರುತ್ತೋ ಒಂದು ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ನ ಡಿಸ್ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ಇನ್ ದ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ against to the electric force by an external force, so that work done is equal to the amount of energy which is stored there, that is the electrostatic potential energy. ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಪೊಟೆನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? ಯಾವುದೇ ಎರಡು ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದೇ ಎರಡು ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಮಧ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ನ ಡಿಸ್ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ the amount of work done in moving a point charge from one point to another point against the electric field force is called as electric potential difference, right? It is given by this equation 2, whereas electric potential energy is given by equation 3, right? Also we discussed few definitions relating to electrostatic potential and SI unit of electrostatic potential, right? Electrostatic potential andre enu? If we bring a unit positive charge from infinity to a point, right? Or if the work done is carrying a unit positive charge from infinity to a point against the electrostatic force and making sure that the charge is moving without acceleration, or if the charge is moving with the same speed, same constant speed, right? Then that work done is called as electrostatic potential. It is usually denoted by V. V is equals to U by Q naught. That is the expression for electrostatic potential, where U is the electrostatic potential energy, Q naught is the unit positive charge magnitude of the charge, and it is usually measured in terms of volt, right? Or it is also expressed as joule per coulomb. Dimensional formula for electrostatic potential is m L to the power of 2 T to the power of minus 3 A to the power of minus 1, right? Also we defined 1 volt. 1 volt can be defined as electric potential at a point in the electric field is 1 volt if 1 joule of work is done in moving 1 coulomb of charge from one point to another against to the electric force. Then that is the definition for 1 volt. And electric potential is a scalar quantity, that you should remember. And at infinity, for the reference, we take always the electric potential as 0. Also, we derive the expression for electric potential due to one single point charge, right? So what we got the final expression for the electric potential? We found it to be V is equals to 1 over 4 pi epsilon naught Q over R, right? If the source charge is positive, then potential will also be positive. If the source charge is negative, then potential will also be negative, right? And potential will be 0 if the distance is infinity. ಇದು R infinity ಆದರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? Potential 0 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, right? 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught, as you know, is the force constant. Q is the magnitude of charge, and R is the distance between the point where we are referring and the source charge of the electric field. So these things we had discussed in this session.